There are at least 5 flaws in transgender ideology. The first is the design of the body proves there are only 2 genders. As a human being, you can produce only eggs or sperm. There is no third reproductive output and hence no third gender. Of course, there are certain individuals who cannot produce either, but that is an incapacity, not a third capacity. Therefore, the claim that there are more than 2 genders is not based on the objective design of biology, but on subjective mental states. Number 2, transgenderism must presuppose fixed genders. While transgender advocates deny there are only 2 genders, they must unwittingly presuppose only 2 genders for transgenderism to be possible. Why? Because if I'm a biological man but think I'm a woman, I must have some idea of what a man is and some idea of what a woman is in order to recognize my problem. If genders were completely fluid with no fixed reference points, there would be no way to recognize the mismatch between my biology and my psychology. In other words, gender dysphoria could not exist without 2 known fixed genders. Likewise, in order for me to attempt to transition into a woman, I would have to first know what a woman is. Number 3, you can change your mind, but not your biology. When our biology and psychology are mismatched about sex, why do we think that changing our biology instead of our mind is the way to fix the issue? We don't do that with other mental health problems. For example, when anorexics falsely think they're overweight, we don't say, "You're right, let's get you liposuction." Or when someone who honestly believes they need to cut off a totally healthy body part, a condition known as transabled, we don't encourage them by saying, "I agree, we need to amputate your healthy arm." So why would we support the removal of perfectly healthy sex organs? In every case other than sex, we treat mental dysphoria with psychiatry, not surgery. I mean, if your daughter claims she's a mermaid, would you take her off the coast and drop her in the ocean? Of course not. You'd say, "Honey, your mind is playing tricks on you. Let's get you some counseling." If we are going to love people, we must tell them the truth that you can't change your biology, but you can change your mind. Number 4, sex is not assigned at birth. For transgenderism to succeed, people must come to believe that gender is arbitrary and can be chosen. That's why transgender advocates work overtime to try and change common sense definitions. Not only do they insist that everyone state their pronouns, but they also declare that sex is assigned at birth. Now, everyone knows that sex isn't assigned at birth, but discovered at birth. It's not like doctors, nurses, or parents arbitrarily decide the sex of a newborn. They discover it. Number 5, there's no basis for transgender rights. In America today, we seem to be inventing new rights every 10 minutes. But where exactly do rights come from? They can't come from popular opinion or governments, because a right is something you have regardless of what people say about it. Rights come from our Creator, as our Declaration of Independence declared, because God is the ultimate standard of goodness, and He made us in His image for a purpose. No rights of any kind exist unless God exists. Everyone has human rights, but God doesn't give us the right to destroy His design. The bottom line is this: love doesn't mean approving false ideas or harmful behaviors. If we truly love people, we'll tell them not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear.